to a light. 100 ways to crash, but not tonight. I chase the line, I earn my fight. Pedal down, no fear, I'm taking flight. This track, this race, it's mine tonight. No resets, no excuses, I paid my dues. Studied every apex, I've got nothing to lose. The pack's behind me, checkers in my sight. I'm the king of this over, I'm winning tonight. 100 ways to crash, but not tonight. I've chased the line, I've earned my fight. Pedal down, no fear, I'm taking flight. This track, this race, it's mine tonight. No resets, no excuses, I paid my dues. Studied every apex, I've got nothing to lose. The pack's behind me, checkers in my sight. I'm the king of this over, I'm winning tonight. No resets, no excuses, I've paid my dues. Studied every apex, I've got nothing to lose. The pack's behind me, checkers in my sight. I'm the king of this over, I'm winning tonight. No resets, no excuses, I paid my dues. Studied every apex, I've got nothing to lose. The pack's behind me, checkers in my sight. I'm the king of the server, I'm winning tonight. Shift up, hold steady, I'm crossing that line. I race in glory, this moment's mine. Pedal down, no fear, I'm taking flight. This track, this race, it's mine tonight.
And pixels collide, steel and rubber in a world online. Every corner's a war to survive. Leadfoot's keeping the fire alive. Engines in the void, thundering loud. Virtual tracks, but the crowd still shout. Through the crash and the flame, we rise again. Leadfoot TV, where the night won't end. Screaming sparks in the haze, metal hearts locked in digital rage. Every lap is a line in the sand, driven faster by a ghostly hand. Leadfoot TV, Leadfoot TV, Leadfoot TV. Engines in the void, thundering loud. Virtual tracks, but the crowd still shout. Through the crash and the flame, we rise again. Leadfoot TV, where the night won't end. Tires scream, the sparks in the haze, metal hearts locked in digital rage. Every lap is a line in the sand, driven faster by a ghostly hand. Leadfoot TV, Leadfoot TV, Leadfoot TV, Leadfoot TV, Leadfoot TV. Leadfoot TV. Engines in the dark, waiting to scream. Steel and thunder, born from a dream. Shadows tremble, the silence breaks. Power awakens, the ground will shake. Leadfoot TV, feel the ground ignite. Through the smoke and fire, into the night. Slow and heavy, the storm begins. Glory is calling, only one wins. Lights on the horizon Let foot TV feel the ground ignite. Through the smoke and fire, into the night. Slow and heavy, the storm begins. Glory is calling, only one wins. Lights on the horizon, fire in the veins. Every lap written in blood and chains. The track remembers, it takes its due. Legends fallen and legends break through. No retreat, no disguise. Engines awaken under blackened skies. One by one, the echoes rise. Let foot TV, the fire never dies. Let foot TV feel the ground ignite. Through the smoke and fire, into the night. Slow and heavy, the storm begins. Glory is calling, only one wins. Only one wins. Only one wins. Only one wins. No retreat, no disguise. Engines awaken under blackened skies. One by one, the echoes rise. Let foot TV, the fire never dies.
You talk too much, but the track don't lie. Quit stalling out, quit wasting time. The only way forward is pedal to the floor. Quit whining, drive like you want more. Quit whining and drive, feel the fury ignite. On the foot TV, it's a battle tonight. Quit whining and drive, leave it down in the dust. Steel and fire, it's the throttle we trust. Rubbing doors at 200 strong. The weak get wrecked, the brave roll on. Every lap for war, no mercy inside. If you came to complain, step off the ride. The time is ticking, the engine's roar. Cool whining drive, that's what it's for. From the sims to the screen, it's the edge of your seat. Burning rubber where legends compete. Quit whining and drive, feel the fury ignite. On like foot TV, it's a battle tonight. Quit whining and drive, leave it down in the dust. Steel and fire, it's the throttle we trust. Lights out, hearts pound, hear the countdown scream. You're strapped in the cockpit of a digital dream. No tears, no fear, just a checkered sky. Quit whining and drive or get left behind. Quit whining and drive or get left behind. Quit whining and drive, let the wild take control. On the foot TV, it's a race for the soul. Quit whining and drive, leave it down in the dust. Steel and fire, it's the throttle we trust. Green flags alive. Quit whining and drive.
Screens lit up, the grid's alive. Engines roar in this digital drive. Sweat on my brow, I burn the midnight oil. Lap after lap, carve my name in the soil. 100 ways to crash, but not tonight. I chase the line, I earn my fight. Pedal down, no fear, I'm taking flight. This track, this race is mine tonight. Qualifying ghosts, I'll throw them down. Every corner's mine, I own this town. Sire scream, my setup's tight. I bled for this win in the virtual light. 100 ways to crash, but not tonight. I
chase the line, I earn my fight. Pedal down, no fear, I'm taking flight. This track, this race, is mine tonight. No resets, no excuses, I pay my dues. Study every apex, I've got nothing to lose. The pack's behind me, checkers in my sight. I'm the king of this over, I'm winning tonight. 100 ways to crash, but not tonight. I'll chase the...
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to tonight's GARS Tour Race here at Auto Club Speedway in beautiful Fontana, California. I'm Emmett Crow, joined by my co-announcer, Mr. Lucas Holtzman. Lucas, what are you expecting tonight?
I'm expecting a lot of green flag runs. This place is huge. With 17 cars, there's going to be a lot of room to operate, so definitely going to be a lot of good racing tonight.
All right, and we're going to go straight into the grid. Row 1, your pole sitter is going to be Larson Parker. On his outside is going to be Austin Hobart in the 51 machine. Row 2 will be Jordan Corrin, joined by your Daytona winner, Mr. Travis Lapenas, in the 4th position. Row 3 is going to be Heath Rutherford and Hunter Carlson in the 86 and 6th. Row 4 will be 7th, Brandon Vees, lining up next to Stephen Gary in the 11 machine. Row 5 will be Aiden Howard in 9th, lining up next to Rob Dodson in the 00 and 10th.
Row 6, you have Tristan Trantham and Cliff Mullins. And that's there's row 6. All right, come to the green.
All right, so there we go as we take a look at the pace car and green flag, and we are underway here at Fontana.
3 abreast already into turn 1. These guys are getting after it immediately.
Yeah, they definitely are. That's the thing about Fontana, Lucas. There's a lot of room on this track. It's a big track. Sometimes we see 3 wide, 4 wide, even 5 wide sometimes. But right off the bat, look at this. Parker's getting a great run down the backstretch as Hobart gets right to the back of his bumper. But Jordan Corrin from Jordan Corrin Racing really trying to use that inside lane to get the lead.
That 51
man.
car, oh no. Oh, there's trouble.
Oh, there goes Hunter Carlson and Brandon Vees. We stay green, and Brandon Vees going to save it. We're still green, though.
Looks like that 65 getting backed up to speed now. No caution. That was interesting. It was like 3 wrecks going on at once right there.
Yeah, it definitely is. Now we see the 55 of Aiden Howard trying to work on Jordan Corrin. And there's the 14th of Colton Briner trying to get a position away from Tristan Trantham. Sorry, I had to look there for a minute. Colton Briner from Pennsylvania, showing him how to do it on the bottom as he's trying to get the position away from Aiden Howard now.
This guy's too wide down the front straightaway. That 51 doing everything he can to stay alongside. Not going to be able to do it, though. He's going to have to tuck back in here. He's going to give it another go, though, into turn 1.
Yeah, Auto Club Speedway, a fast 2.5 wide D oval. This race is scheduled for 60 laps, 150 miles. The pit window expected within 45 laps is what we were told from Hunter Carlson. There'll be 1 pit stop for fuel. They get 2 sets of tires, no fast repairs, and we'll have single file restarts. So go with the little throwback there, Lucas, and we have up to 3 green-white checker attempts.
Yeah, these guys better hope a caution doesn't come out. Those single file restarts always trouble. And speaking of cautions, if we don't have a caution in a long time, that pit window is huge. These guys can come down whenever they want, so that's going to play big time into this strategy.
Yeah, as we look at our weather right now, here in a second, see if we get it up there. Just want to say 68 degrees, track temperature 69, humidity at 42% with the northwest 5-mile-an-hour wind and overcast cloud cover. That's really going to play into the downforce of these cars. And Lucas, if you know like I do, downforce means everything at Auto Club.
Absolutely. Anytime you're on the straightaways, it's slowing you down. You're in the corners, it's keeping you up. You got to try to stay away from that dirty air. And now with these cool track temperatures, that grip is going to be very high.
Yeah, and just want to point out, we were talking about Jordan Corrin earlier. He is a West Coast guy, the California kid. This is a home track for him, And also, we want to point out Cliff Mullins is very experienced with these cars and really enjoys these big tracks, so keep an eye on those two. But Lucas, as this race goes on, it's like you said, it's going to play into if we do get that caution if we ever get that caution, or if we go flag to flag, strategy's really going to play tonight.
Absolutely. You come in early, you run that short pit as they call it, and you'll find yourself with really bad tires toward the end of this race. You run it long, you're going to have better tires at the end, but you're going to give up that time during the pit stops. So it's up to you. It's whatever situation you're in, and it's going to be very important to figure that out.
Yeah, as we see our Canadian friend, Mr. Travis Lapenas, your Daytona winner in the GARS Tour, trying to get the position away from Hobart. And right behind him is the Rocket City trash can machine of Heath Rutherford, trying to take that position away as well.
Oh man, we got a car on the wall there in the back. Looks like the 32 car has gathered it back up. That was almost trouble for the cars behind him.
Yeah, that's Jordan Corrin. Like we said, this is a hometown race for him. He's got his friends, he's got his family in the stands, but not putting on a good show so far. Hopefully he rebounds. And also we want to thank Jordan Corrin Racing for being one of our sponsors and sponsoring our white flag one to go. So it'll be interesting to see as Larson Parker's just checked out to a huge lead right here, Lucas.
Yeah, that's quite a bit already. Nobody in front of him to follow along. He's doing this on raw speed, and Austin Hobart behind him. He's doing everything he can to keep up, stay inside that draft, because once he loses that, it's going to be all she wrote.
Yeah, definitely, and it's going to be interesting as we do go through that cycle. If we don't get that caution, how Parker's car is going to respond in that dirty air. We've seen what it does in clean air, but this is the Gen 4. This is the Gen 4 ARCA car. So it's going to handle a lot more different than the Gen 6 ARCA car. Sorry, Gen 6 Cup car, now converted to the ARCA car. And it's really going to play a factor. I mean, these guys are hauling down that backstretch.
Yeah, I'm interested to see. These guys are pretty glued to this top lane. I see some guys trying to run the middle, but nobody's really on the bottom. That's unusual for Auto Club, I would say, on iRacing. So big run here for the 51. Hobart reeling in that 18 car Parker.
Yeah, and just want to point out, this is our third race with the cars, with the GARS. You know, the Phoenix road course got canceled due to the southeastern blizzard. I was also a factor in that. With all the snow, it'll be replaced with Iowa on April 7th. There'll be a 125 lapper on the old surface. USA Speedway will be the championship race, and it moves up to the April 14th for the season finale. Points are not accurate until the end of the race due to some drivers already using their one drop for the season.
Yeah, that blizzard was tough on a lot of people, so glad to see that it was canceled. Now you got another week there, and USA Speedway, that's an awesome championship race. I'd definitely like to be a part of that if I could.
Yeah, it's definitely going to be a great race. Of course, we already seen when we go back to the Holiday Brawl, you know, it came down. It was a tiebreaker between our lovely producer, Mr. Landon Brown, as we want to thank him for producing for Leadfoot TV. And then it was between Cliff Mullins, came down to just a few laps led as Cliff Mullins walked away with that Holiday Brawl title. But yeah, unbelievable, and looking forward to that finale. If it's anything like we had for the GARS finale last year, the fans are in for a great show.
Yeah, I'm not supposed to be biased, but that's my boy Cliff. Oh, 18 in the wall, leaders in the wall. Now he's going to get past. Oh, contact.
Little bump draft going as we see Travis Lapenas using the bottom. He's coming quick on the bottom as now here comes Heath Rutherford. He's going to go by Hobart. They're side by side as they come out of 4, coming to the line. They're going to be neck and neck as they hit the line.
Yeah, these top four are 2x2 right now. This is some awesome racing we got going on. Third and fourth, first and second. Now that 18 seems to have pulled back out to a lead, but really good racing up here inside the top 5.
Yeah, we would just want to talk about some notable real-life drivers. Tripoli Winkler in the field, Tristan Trantham also in the field, Tim Trowbridge, Travis Lapenas, and Rod Dotson. all in this field tonight. So a lot of good competitors and a lot of competition here for these drivers. And that's what makes the GARS Tour so interesting, Lucas.
Yeah, a lot of different names. I was looking at that list. That's awesome that we have so many guys involved in real life racing, and that's really what you want in a league like this. Got guys that respects the racing and the sportsmanship, and that's awesome to see.
Yeah, now we see your GARS Season 2 champion, Mr. Heath Rutherford, in the late models. Won that title last year, trying to get up to the back of Hobart, as now we see Travis Lepanis, the Canadian, trying to use that bottom line to get some advantage. That's the thing about this track, Lucas. You want to rip the fence, but then you want to dive it straight into the bottom when you go into turn 3.
Yeah, and I gotta say, that 16 car, Lepanis, looks like he has a ton of speed in that thing right now. He's been clawing his way up and came from the 4th spot, obviously only up 1 spot at the moment, but he's been making up a lot of time. He's got a lot of speed, and he's going for a crossover here on that 51.
Yeah, trying to get the old slider. You know, he's a dirt racer, but he's not going to be able to pull the slider as they drag race down the backstretch. But Rutherford now giving Hobart a shot. But now here comes Lepanis. He'll get the position. Let's see if he tries to pull the slide jump, still on the bottom. And he's just going to rock it. There he goes right there, trying to slide up in front of Hobart, but he's just going to keep it on the bottom, it looks like, Lucas.
Yeah, I was surprised. I thought he was going to slide up, block that run, but worked out for him. Now he's got the top here into 1. We'll see if that 51 can pull the same move.
Yeah, we'll see if he can.
He's trying it.
Yep, he's tried it right here. Oh, man, just not enough room right there. He thought he was clear, but his spotter must have been looking at the stars or something, because he was not clear right there for sure.
Yeah, he did not go low enough. I think he might have had a good enough run, but tried to cut it too short. I've done that before.
You know, I have not got to run Auto Club in iRacing. I need to get it because it's one of my favorite tracks. It's a slick track, fun racing, and I hate that we will no longer ever get to experience cars on Auto Club IRL, but the legacy lives on in iRacing. Gotta love it.
I do love that. This is once a great racetrack in real life. It is a shame we don't have it anymore, like you said. But yeah, it's awesome we get to see these guys race here every night, anytime we want to here at Auto Club.
Yeah, and you can also run it anytime as long as you buy it. You can run any car on it, as we see Heath Rutherford in the Rocket City Trash Pandas machine trying to get to that bottom line, but he's just going to get enough draft. Trying to, as Lepanis is still going to be sliding up in front of him, and he's not going to be able to clear him as they come down the line.
Lepanis had a tough time keeping the rear end under him right there. I don't know if it was the air from the 98 or what, but he was sliding right toward that wall there in 3 and 4.
Yeah, it definitely was. 44 laps to go with this race. We're getting close to that pit window, as we were told. Sorry, excuse me, we are not getting close to that pit window. I was thinking it's lap 44, not 44 in it. As now we see a great shot of Lepanis' rear bumper, and it just shows how close Rutherford is. But look at this, Hobart. Look at that, there's your boy Cliff Mullins coming up into the party.
Oh yeah, there he is, long run speed, Cliff. He's going to laugh at that because he does not usually have long run speed. So it's good to see him have that tonight up inside that top 5.
The only one driving a Pontiac Grand Prix, and he's doing a great job as he's going to take the position away from Dotson. And now, if these two get side by side, Lucas, he could get up there in battle with Rutherford and Hobart.
Yeah, his lap times have really picked up in the last 5 or so laps, and yeah, he ran almost 0.2 faster than the leader last time by. So definitely picking up the pace in that 44 car.
Yeah, he's definitely picking up the paces. Now we see Hobart trying to get in front as Rutherford clears Hobart. Now he's got his eyes set on Lepanis. Rutherford thinking about shooting low, but he's going to stay behind Lepanis. As here comes Cliff Mullins coming up into the picture now.
Yep. But then half a second of that car in front, and these second, third, fourth, they're right on top of each other. That leader's there within striking distance as well. This is really good close racing for being 19 laps into this thing.
Yeah, Colton Briner coming up as he's trying to make the pass on Dotson, but they're all chasing Larson Parker, who's pulled out. Well, now it's shrinking as it's down to about a 14th of hundredths of a second. As here comes Heath Rutherford. They're almost 3 wide for the lead, Lucas.
Yeah, Parker grabbed the wall there in 3 and 4, and that's all those guys needed. Now they're all over him.
Yeah, and look at Travis Lapanis using his dirt knowledge. Bottom feeding, they call it catfishing in the dirt world. Using that bottom line, trying to get enough of a run. Oh my gosh, here we go. Drag race down the backstretch. Here comes Heath Rutherford. They're 3 wide for the lead going down the backstretch.
That 98 threw it 3 wide middle. Now he's going to try to throw that slider in 3.
Yeah, tries to throw the slider. He got Lapanis. Now he's going to try to kill 2 birds with 1 stone and take the race lead away. New leader, 98, coming off the turn.
18's not giving up without a fight. Back to the bottom,
man.
down the front straightaway. He's going to lead that lap too.
Larson Parker now's got his hands full. He was riding around until he hit the wall. Nobody was around him, but now he's got 3 or 4 cars all battling for this race lead. Look at Cliff Mullins on the bottom. Great run by Mullins as he just can't slide up. He'll slide behind Lapanis.
Yeah, Cliff up to 4th. 98's not giving up yet. Had a good run on Parker there. And he's going to tuck back in behind him here in 3, build up another run. But these guys, they are going tooth and nail for this lead right now.
Yeah, as Cliff Mullins using that bottom line, the 4-banger champion in a couple races. And then he's also won the Holiday Brawl last holiday season. Cliff Mullins with the Pontiac trying to get up to the lead.
There's nothing better than a Pontiac in race, let me tell you that. I'm pulling for him not just because he's Cliff, but because he's in that Pontiac.
Yeah, as Larson Parker's going to continue to lead this lap, but look at this. Here comes Rutherford. Larson now on the apron, trying to get some momentum. I think something's wrong with the 18.
Here? Yeah.
Problems for Larson Parker, your leader, as that will give Heath Rutherford the lead. Travis Lapanis in second. I think we are in the pit window, Lucas.
Yeah, that's definitely... Oh, the 14 goes around a pit entry. Oh, man. Who is that? Colton Briner gathers it back up. A little too hot on the brakes on that one.
Yeah, just a little too hard on the brakes. As now we see Travis Lapanis trying to take... Look at Cliff Mullins come on the bottom. Cliff Mullins. It's a 3-way battle for the lead as they go down the backstretch. It's going to be Rutherford, Lapanis, and Mullins as they go into 3.
Mullins way down to the bottom. He's even with that leader now. Just needs a good run down the front straightaway, and he might have this lead.
Drag race coming down the front chute, down to the line. But Rutherford pulls the advantage. Now Lapanis trying to use the outside. He's not coming on the bottom. He's coming in. He's ripping the fence, and they go into 1.
Rutherford's doing a good job defending. Hold that top lane. It seemed to be the strongest all night. Doing a great job. But that 16 lurking right there, just trying to build up a run.
Yeah, that 44 machine, the pinnacle Pontiac Grand Prix, doing a great job. Now he's going to tuck in line with Lapanis. Here comes Lapanis trying to get up to the Rocket City Trash Panda machine of Heath Rutherford. But here comes Cliff Mullins. They're going to drag. Mullins tries to get the lead as Rutherford hits the wall.
Yeah, that's going to kill all his momentum. That's going to give a huge opportunity to these two. Now they are going to build up drafts, head into 1, and they're both right there.
Mullins using the bottom. He's got the momentum, but Lapanis is trying to help Rutherford. Here comes Mullins. Mullins, door, not clear yet. He's at his door, side by side as they come into 3.
Mullins had a bit of a bobble there off of 2. He had a good run going, but just could not make it stick. But he has got a lot of speed.
Look at this. Cliff Mullins pulls this. Doesn't slide up in front. Drag race, here we go. 35 laps to go when they hit the line.
98 pulls ahead again. That top lane, that momentum is so hard to beat. But Cliff's doing everything he needs to right now.
Cliff Mullins on the bottom. Heath Rutherford on top. Travis Lapanis trying to pull it through the middle. Trying to poke through. As here they go, side by side, not for long. Heath Rutherford goes back out front down the backstretch.
Now side by side for second. That 44's got the top lane this time around. And they're almost looking 3 wide here as they come off the 4.
Almost looking 3 wide as we see LePayne is trying to slide up. He's going to keep it on the bottom. He's coming fast on the bottom. Heath Rutherford continuing to lead. Look at the gyro cam right here from Cliff Mullins. Just shows how hard these guys are charging. They're larging and charging, trying to get that lead away from Rutherford.
And don't look now. These laps are winding down. We're coming to halfway in this thing. That means pit stops are on the horizon. When do these guys decide to come down from this top 3 and beyond?
Well, you know, it's weird. We saw Colton Briner pit with Larson Parker early in the run, so that was really interesting, and that's going to play a big factor if we don't get a caution for Parker and Briner.
Yeah, bad news about Parker. I am not seeing him on the racetrack. Might have pulled it behind the wall.
Yeah, it looks like, looking at it, yeah, it looks like Larson Parker is done. So this will, tough break for Larson Parker. I mean, he was the class of the field.
Yeah, he had a good lead. He was doing a great job, and what we thought was a pit stop, it was definitely an early entry. Maybe something went wrong there in that 18. Who knows?
Yeah, but I believe Colton Briner brought it in for a pit stop as trying to jump the field just a little bit, but kind of early as we see Cliff Mullins. They're side by side.
Oh, he's going to come off this time. Oh, man.
Oh, man. Look at the crossover from Rutherford. He was anticipating the slide jump and pulls the crossover. They're still drag racing into 1.
Cliff had enough. He wanted to just get it done, see if it would work, and he got it done all right.
Yeah, he definitely drove it in there, and it stuck, but Heath Rutherford was anticipated it. But this ain't over yet, Lucas. They're going to drag race as they go into 3.
No, that 98, Rutherford definitely not going to give it up that easy. I know I wouldn't. He's going to go back to the bottom here, try to pull the same move Cliff just pulled on him.
Yeah, he's going to try to pull the slider right here. Let's see if he does it. He's going to slide up next to, oh, man, they almost touch. Drag racing down, never mind. Cliff Mullins clears Heath Rutherford to take over the race lead with 32 laps to go. 31 laps to go.
Yep, it's going to be halfway next time by. That means pit stops. If you're splitting it in half, it's going to be next time by, but I know most of these guys won't. I'm staying out as long as these guys stay out.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. I mean, the leaders, I mean, if you want to win the race, you got to pit when the leaders do. I mean, that's usually how it goes, but sometimes, I mean, we've seen some crazier things happen here at Auto Club. You know, we go back to the Xfinity race where Kyle Busch blew a tire, and it looked like Daniel Suarez rocketed in front of him, but then Suarez runs out of fuel, and then Kyle Busch takes back the lead, but then Austin Dillon came, and he was coming full force and was able to take that win away, but what a race.
Yeah, there's been countless awesome moments here. There's also been countless boring races. It's not all sunshine and rainbows, but that's with every track, right?
Yeah, definitely. As now we see Mullins going to go single file now with Rutherford and LePayne. Dotson. They've separated themselves from Corrin. Jordan Corrin works his way all the way back up to 5th position. So great job from recovering from that early, but he saved it. So you can't really say it was a wreck, but trouble early on for Jordan Corrin. But what a job by him to come back. You know, the California kid racing at his home track, from Jordan Corrin Racing doing a great job in that 32 machine.
Yeah, he was dead last in this race at one point, and to claw your way back up into the top 5, that's takes a hard-headed driver. He's doing a great job right now.
Yeah, doing a great job, and I'll tell you who's doing an even better job, and that's Cliff Mullins keeping Heath Rutherford at bay, just using his defensive skills to keep Rutherford behind him. Now Rutherford, I mean, you look at that. I mean, Mullins just not being too aggressive, throwing some blocks, but he's able to keep Rutherford from getting that run that he can get to get up to that corner panel and possibly use that side drive to get the lead.
Yeah, Cliff's doing what that 98 of Rutherford was doing in just a few laps earlier. He's got to hold that top, make sure he can't get to his right rear quarter panel, and now Rutherford with a run down the back straightaway.
Yeah, Rutherford's going to get the run. They're going to drag race as they go into 3, into 4. Rutherford using the bump. Rutherford throws the slide job, and he'll slide into the lead in front of Cliff Mullins.
It was a very well done slide
move.
job. Fully cleared him, and now Cliff doesn't have much he can do here.
Yeah, Cliff didn't have much to do. He tried to pull this crossover, but it was shut down. But look at the run he got coming off the apron right there.
Into turn 1 for the 44. He's not going to slide up, though.
27 laps to go in this race, and he'll slide up in front of Rutherford, but Rutherford pulls the crossover once again. Now they're drag racing Rutherford. Door, bumper, clear as Heath Rutherford rockets. Look at this. They're just swapping positions.
Are we watching the dirt race?
Oh, slide job. That's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking we're watching the Chili Bowlers something right here. Great job by Cliff Mullins to slide up in front of Heath Rutherford. 26 laps to go in this race.
These guys look like they're driving sprint cars out here. I mean, what is this?
Yeah, definitely. I don't know what this is. You're asking me. I don't know. But, I mean, these guys, they're and you know what's weird, though? Travis Lapine, the dirt guy, is not coming up there to, you know, show him a thing or two about throwing sliders, because I know Mr. Lapine knows what to do. As Rob Dotson's going to move into the number 3 spot. So Dotson now on the move in the 00.
Yeah, Lapinus, I guess the tires fell off. He was pushing really hard there for a few laps and might have overheated him a little bit. So he's on the back burner right now, kind of dropping back. Not too bad, still inside the top 5, but he's going to be hoping for maybe some new sticker tires here soon.
Yes, definitely wanting some sticker tires, as we have 25 laps to go in the Hollywood 150, and it's been Cliff Mullins and Heath Rutherford showing the way, as now they get a lap car. That's going to be, let's see, and yes, that is right, it is the Golden Race at 25 to go. Time to dig, boys, and these boys are already digging before we get there as they get the lap car of Cave. Cave's going to get his lap back for the moment, but now it just puts these two battling for the lead, as there's no more lap car to separate them.
Yeah, speaking of Cave, unlapping himself. He just came down pit road a couple of laps ago, and on that note, over half the field's come down at this point, so times now the top 3 are the only ones out here that have yet to pit, so that's going to get interesting for these 3.
Yeah, it's definitely going to get interesting as we see Brent Cave in front of these guys trying to get unlapped, trying to catch back up to the field, work his way through the field. Mullins showing the way right now with 24 laps to go. He's doing it great.
Mullins
now
down.
We see Mullins coming in. But the
Jonathan gonna follow him.
thing, Lucas, the interesting thing, Lucas, is Heath Rutherford stayed out.
Yes, that's going to complicate things for him a little bit, because now those two behind him, see, and he's going to come down now. He's going to follow him down. Those two behind him are going to get an extra lap of fresh tires here and probably take over that lead and maybe gain a gap on him.
Yeah, and just some notable drivers. Rob Dodson came in as well, and Colton Briner made his second pit stop. So we take a look on pit road. There's Rob Dodson. Currently right now in second, but he's going to be passed right there as Cliff Mullins gets it. Colton Briner in 13th. And now we see Cliff Mullins coming out. But here's the thing, Lucas. It was a smart move as we see Heath Rutherford coming down pit road. It was a smart move for these guys, you know, to separate themselves from the field into pit where they didn't lose any track position at all. As we see Aiden Howard is being shown now, will be shown as the race leader as they come down the backstretch. Look at Howard. He's got a lot of damage though. That's going to hurt him in the arrow.
That just shows how big of a lead Rutherford, Mullins, and a couple of others had to come out after pitting multiple laps after everybody and maintain the lead on them. Incredible.
Yeah, so incredible, as now Hobart's going to take over the lead.
Oh, no.
Actually, no. We're seeing Mullins is going to remain the leader. So
Rutherford, bad pit stop or something. He has dropped down now to 5th as everybody cycles out. It's going that's going to keep counting down. He's now down to 7th as those two go by him.
Yeah, Jordan Corn and Hunter Carlson. Hunter Carlson filling in for Chris Golden tonight from Peoria, Illinois. Doing a great job in the Hose for Heroes machine.
Incredible.
Yes, it is. So we have 21 laps to go. Cliff Mullins is going to be a leader. Austin Hubert's going to be second. Third will be Travis Lapinus. Fourth will be Aiden Howard. Fifth, Jordan Horn. Sixth, Hunter Carlson. Seventh, Heath Rutherford. Eighth, Tristan Trantham. Ninth, Rob Dotson. 10th, Brandon Vees. Gary's going to be in 11th. 12th will be Tripley Winkler. Brent Cave will be in 13th. 14th will be Colton Briner. And out of the race is going to be Larson Parker and McNick.
Cliff Mullins, and this is not biased, Cliff Mullins, he just absolutely executed on pit road. A couple seconds faster than everybody across pit lane times, and it is shown on track. He now has a huge lead. The 16 is reeling him in, so not going to count anybody out of this race, but that 44 car just accomplished this all on pit road. I got to commend him for that.
Yeah, Cliff Mullins, you know, one of the guys you like to speak with after the race. He's always got something to say, and it's usually, a funny guy. I love chatting with him after these races and stuff. And all these guys, Travis Lapinus, don't talk to him about hockey because he gets pretty heated about hockey, especially if you mention about the Edmonton Oilers, as we found out one time in the Leadfoot League. But Travis Lapinus, diehard Calgary Flames fan. As now we see Austin Hobart coming up there as well, along with Jordan Corrin.
The pace that 16 car Lapinus is running right now, he wants that lead in the next couple of laps. I mean, this guy is ripping lap times off. I don't know what he's doing to his tires right now. I don't know what they did to him, but he is trying to get past that 44 car, as quickly as he can.
Definitely trying to get past that 44 as quick as he can. They're 3 wide in the back for the fourth position. And they're trying to get Hobart. So this is going to be a 3-wide battle. Look at this. Hunter Carlson going to sneak on the bottom. He's going to carry the speed. Hunter Carlson's about to move into the number 3 spot if he can hold it right there. Holy crap, they just took it over Lapinus. This is the battle for second as Corrin goes to number 2 spot. But look at this. Hunter Carlson on the bottom got the call right before the race came in. Do you want to race? I guess so. And look at this. Hunter Carlson now trying to get the second spot as Corrin's going to remain in second.
Yeah, Carlson, great move there on the bottom, and the 32 car just kind of slipped his way on through all these guys and wound up getting inside the top 3. Now they're side by side for the lead. Lapinus trying to take it away.
Yeah, sorry about that. I got distracted because I thought it was Lapinus, but it's Rob Dotson that they're battling with right now. Battle for the lead is the Canadian Travis Lapinus trying to get 2 wins in the GARS Tour as Lapinus is going to shoot into the number 1 spot right now. But Cliff Mullins, he's not giving up, Lucas.
Now this is the part of the race I absolutely love. We got to see the first half play out. We know what these guys do to their tires. And now I'm looking at that 16 wondering, is he going to be able to hold off that 44 for the next 16 laps?
Yeah, that dirt track background's going to come into play because that car's going to be super loose as just like you were saying, burning up them tires. But look at this. Cliff Mullins going to rocket to the bottom. He's going to try to use the old advantage of the bottom feeding, trying to slide up. He'll slide up in front of Lapinus with 15 to go.
Yeah, these guys are battling it out for the lead right now, these top 2. But in all of that, the more they battle, the more the door opens for these 3 behind them to get inside that battle for the lead. They're not far away.
Yeah, and look who's back up there. Heath Rutherford, he fell back to 5th. As far as, 7th? And he's right back up here battling for the lead as he's going to get a shot right here from Corrin down the backstretch, trying to catch up to Lapinus. Heath Rutherford's going to move into the number 3 spot.
Yeah, and Rutherford now, he's got himself within a second of our leaders, and with that late pit stop, he has the freshest tires on track. So the ball is in that 98's court. He can do whatever he wants here. He just needs to catch those leaders.
Yeah, he definitely does. As we see right here, Cliff Mullins starting to pull away from Travis Lapinus, only by about 7/10 of a second. As Lapinus really showing that speed, like you were saying, trying to get up to that draft, but Cliff Mullins is starting to pull away, Lucas.
Yeah, I think Lapinus, he tried so hard to catch Cliff for those 3 laps, and I don't know if he's just backing off now to maybe cool the tires back down, or if they're hitting him already, but Cliff is starting to pull away once again.
Yeah, Cliff Mullins starting to pull away as they hit the line. 13 to go in this Hollywood 150. Cliff Mullins is jumping out to 0.3 of a second lead over your second place runner of Travis Lapinus. With Rutherford in third, Carlson in fourth, fifth is going to be Jordan Corn, sixth, Hobart, seventh is going to be Aiden Howard, eighth is going to be Rob Dodson, ninth, Tristan Trantham, 10th, Brandon Feast, 11th, Tripley Winkler, 12th, Britt Cave, 13th, Colt Briner. Gary's going to be in 14th, 15th is going to be Larson Parker and Logan Minette, both out of the race. Heath Rutherford's going to, now he's going to use the momentum to get around Lapinus. Here comes Rutherford, Lucas, as they go down the backstretch.
Rutherford has got everything going for him right now. Now he's got around that 16 car. Lapinus made quick work of that situation, and now one more car to go, and he has got plenty of time. Coming to 11 to go this time.
Mullins, Rutherford, Lapinus, Carlson. As they hit the line, there'll be 11 laps to go. There's your top 5 right there. As they run, we want to thank Diecast Pro Shop for also being a sponsor. Also, we want to thank hold on a second. We want to thank the Oval Burner Speed Shop for being the official setup shop of the Grand American Racing Series. And we are looking for sponsors, so if you are interested, please email garsofficialleague@gmail.com if you would like to sponsor either a race or the series, because this is a great series to sponsor, Lucas.
This is some awesome racing. I know I'd want my brand all over it, tell you what.
Cliff Mullins is jumping out to 0.2 of a second, and Heath Rutherford is right there. 10 to go this time. It's time. It was 25 to go. Time to dig. Now it's time to dig as we hit 10 to go down the backstretch.
Yeah, Rutherford now a couple tenths back. That's all. A few car lengths at most. He's got Mullins right there in his windshield ready to strike, and there's plenty of time. Like I said, I mean, these laps tick by so slowly here at Auto Club. These laps take forever, and it feels even longer when you're in that driver's seat.
Well, they don't call it the Rocket City Trash Panda Machine for nothing. That car, that 98 car is definitely a rocket, as he is caught up to the back bumper of Cliff Mullins as they go into 2. Now they're coming down the back stretch. Mullins with the advantage, but Rutherford is right there.
I got to tell you, that has got to be the worst feeling for Cliff Mullins right now. I thought he had this race won. He had a huge lead there, and now he's got this 98 car with fresh tires in his mirror, and he can't do much about it other than sit here and try to defend it.
Oh, man, and he's going to get right up on the back bumper of It's in the wall! Mullins in the wall! That's Rutherford to get the advantage! 8 laps to go! Here comes Heath Rutherford! Going on the bottom, trying to take advantage of Mullins' mistake.
Tell you what that was right there. That 98 car filled his mirror up, and he got anxious, and that's all it took.
Yeah, a little bit of mirror driving from Cliff Mullins, it looked like, as Mullins will slide behind the 98 machine of Heath Rutherford. He's just trying to find a way to get around him now. Now he'll drive it down deep into the bottom, trying to get the advantage to pull the slide job. He's going to be side by side. Oh, man. They're going to drag
Dead
race
even.
down the line. Rutherford with the advantage there at the line. There'll be 7 laps to go this time.
These two still side by side as they enter turn 1. The 98 a little lower on the racetrack. Mullins now on the bottom, trying to clear him off of 2. Almost there. Oh, it's close.
He thought about it, but he just wasn't clear enough as Heath Rutherford using that outside line to get up beside of Cliff Mullins. Drag racing again. Down to the line. 6 to go this time.
Mullins definitely going to be clear this time, and now he's back in the driver's seat, but that 98, he's not going to give it up.
Heath Rutherford in the 98 Rocket City Trash Pandas Ford Mustang. It's Pontiac versus Mustang. Pontiac versus Ford. Grand Prix against Mustang. We never thought we'd see this battle in NASCAR, but here we are seeing it in iRacing. Here comes Heath Rutherford down the backstretch. Drag racing. Rutherford goes to the front. Just for the moment, can he slide up in front of him? Yes, he will. Heath Rutherford goes back to the lead with 5 to go.
I got to tell you, we probably got a dozen more crossovers before this race is
right?
over. These guys are ridiculous.
5 laps to go this time by. Cliff Mullins with the advantage. Heath Rutherford on the outside. Mullins down low, down the backstretch. Another close to drag race as Mullins will clear Rutherford down the backstretch. But look at this, Rutherford pulling the crossover, Lucas.
Like clockwork, each straightaway, these guys trade which side of the racetrack they're on, and here we go, another slide job for Rutherford. Mullins obviously, I mean, gotta imagine he sees it coming, and he's gonna try to cross him back over. Oh, he goes to the top. He switched it up. He knew exactly what the 98 was gonna be thinking.
Yeah, he definitely did as they drag race going into 1. They're side by side. Look at this. Heath Rutherford with the slider, but here comes Cliff Mullins with the crossover. Drag race down the backstretch.
Perfectly done right there by Rutherford in turn 1. He blocked it right there in the middle where Cliff was going to be, and now Cliff's going to have to throw another slider here in 3.
Cliff Mullins trying to throw the slider. Heath Rutherford, Mullins with the advantage as they come out of 3 into 4. Mullins throws the slide job right in front of Rutherford. 3 to go this time by.
There's no time left. 3 to go. Their hearts are pumping. These guys, they got to go now. They got to do what they need to do. And there might be some bumpers thrown, doors slammed. I don't know. These guys are going to have to do what they got to do, like I said.
The gloves are off. Tempers may flare. It's dog-eat-dog world. Here we go. Here comes Heath Rutherford. He's going to have to try something as they're approaching lap traffic in front of him. Still got a little bit to go to get to that lap car. But right now, Heath Rutherford still with a nice run. Just can't get up to the back bumper. I think Rutherford might have ran his tires out, Lucas.
Yeah, these guys were battling so hard, and that run from Cliff came out of nowhere. I mean, he pulled away. He's got probably almost a half a second now. I don't know where that came from. 2 to go. Mullins with 3/10 lead.
Yeah, Cliff Mullins going to jump out to a 3/10 of a second lead, just like you were saying, Lucas, down the backstretch, coming to the white flag this time. I think it's time has run out maybe for Heath Rutherford. Don't count him out though, folks. But here we go. Into 3. Now coming into 4. Cliff Mullins. We'll see the Jordan Corrin white flag. 1 to go this time by.
Cliff Mullins, all he's got to do is hold that steering wheel straight, turn a couple more times. Super easy, Cliff.
Sorry, the 1 to go sponsored by Oval Burner Speed Shop. I don't know where I got Jordan Corrin Racing. I read the wrong note. Cliff Mullins. He's pulled the slider. He's pulled the crossover. Great moves. Backstretch for the final time. Lucas, take him into 3.
Mullins with a huge lead. He has found some speed here at the end of this race. Mullins now into turn 3 for the final time. Lap car ahead, but he's not going to play a factor, it looks like. Mullins looking for another win here. Champion now looking for a win here at this great racetrack. Auto Club, Cliff Mullins across the line. wins the Auto Club California 150.
How about that? Heath Rutherford in second, Hunter Cross in third. Fourth is going to be Jordan Corrin. Fifth will be Travis Lacanis. Again, thanks to Diecast Pro Shop for sponsoring the top five. Cliff Mullins is your race winner, followed by Heath Rutherford once again in second. Third, what a run by Hunter Carlson to finish third. But what a race, Lucas. I have no words.
There wasn't a dull moment this race. I enjoyed every second of it. These guys, there was fuel strategy, tire strategy. These guys were throwing slide jobs. I can't even count how many we saw tonight. Just what more could you ask from a race?
Yeah, I think we need to take a commercial break so I can catch my breath. Don't go anywhere, folks. We'll be right back with your post-race coverage right here on Leadfoot TV.
Yeah, there's so much detail. I mean, there's so much detail in the story. Like, I didn't want to start going too deep into it all, though, because then we wouldn't have gotten past 2007.
No, no, I think that was a great. That was a
Right.
great. That's a cool perspective. It's relevant to what we're doing now. You know, it ties into. We weren't just lucky now. Like you built your own luck.
Don't forget to take part in our 50/50 raffle tonight. Head on down to Snack Shack after Steve and Dale. They've got your tickets for you. Remember, everything goes to charity tonight except for what you take home. Don't forget to grab yourself a corn dog while you're down there. Thanks, bud. Give yourself a better opportunity in turn one versus just going in there like a bowling ball. You have to allow the tires to get up to temperature before they have maximum grip. This is talking about practice. Practicing your start. Don't forget, I know, crazy talk. Practice backing up with the brake, going through that first couple laps until you get some
You
temperature
mean
on the
like for a
tires.
real world driver too? Like one of you, they'll do a practice start in pit lane, like practicing what's going to happen in the race.
Yeah,
Is that your suggestion?
this is talking about practice.
You know what's interesting is the knowledge from racing translates really well into riding a bike. When you're going downhill at super high speed, I mean it's all the same stuff. It's what's the line, where do I slow, where am I using, where am I looking with my eyes. Um, it's all the same stuff, and it's kind of funny because I'm a much better descender than most of my friends, but that's because I've done the racing.
assuming we got all the data that we needed in one shot, how long does it usually take to get done?
Well, the thing is, that's changed a lot in the 5 years that I've been at this. The graph has changed a ton. So when I started, it was pretty simple. Probably 3 or 4 weeks to do a car. Now that's creeped up closer to 2 months. The collision system, the way the displays has gotten more sophisticated, and then AI as well. I think we're closer to 2 months now.
And the reality is it's probably longer than that. You don't always get all the data from day one.
So anyway, we started developing that. It didn't take long for me to realize that racing simulators are a heck of a lot more interesting than flight simulators. I mean, there's just so much more to them. There's just a vast array of problems. From that point forward, 1987 to now, it's just been a process of attacking those problems and trying to make it better. Who knows why I have this passion to keep making it better? I don't know. There's something really cool about being able to learn about an activity that normally we wouldn't be able to do just by using our computer. What's interesting is the knowledge from racing translates really well into riding a bike. When you're going downhill at super high speed, I mean, it's all the same stuff. It's what's the line, where do I slow, where am I looking with my eyes? It's all the same stuff, and it's kind of funny because I'm a much better descender than most of my friends, but that's because I've done racing.
Because of the advancement in the tire model, the vehicle dynamics engineers were able to build their tires quicker and a little bit easier, and so that because the models are becoming more accurate.
Yeah, I mean, the way that it works now, if we've got a new tire that we need to model, we try to get our hands.
Back here live for your post-race coverage of the Hollywood 150 for the GARS. We're going to look at your results. Cliff Moulton's going to be your winner, followed by Heath Rutherford in second. Third, in his debut, Hunter Carlson just got the call right before the race started. Brings her home third. Fourth's going to be Jordan Corrin in front of his friends and family, the California kid. Fifth is going to be our Canadian friend, Mr. Travis Lapanis. Sixth, Austin Hobart. Seventh, Rob Dotson. Eighth, Tristan Trentham. Ninth, Aiden Howard. 10th, Brandon Vies. Lucas, who finished 11th and on back?
Trippy Winkler, 11th tonight. Brent Cave taking home 12th. Colton Briner in 13th. Stephen Gary taking home your 14th spot. Then Logan McNitt, 15th. Larson Parker in 16th. And our 17th finisher, Tim Trowbridge.
Tim Trowbridge not making a lap in this race, but we're going to throw it to our driver/reporter, who you just saw he finished 13th, Mr. Colton Brunner, standing by with Hunter Carlson.
Thank you, Emmett. Down here on pit road, I am standing with your third place finisher, Hunter Carlson here. Early on, I seen you got in a wreck there, got sent down towards the infield. I'm not sure what happened, but let's take it back through the beginning of the race and talk about your race here tonight, as you got the question minutes before the race started. Hey, do you want to race? So take us back through that.
Yeah, with about 7 minutes of practice left, I was asked if I wanted to race. I'm like, sure, why not? And I ended up coming for Chris Golden in the 86 tonight. Thank you to Carter for allowing me to race tonight. Thank you for Chris for allowing me to fill in. What a wild start to the race on 5 laps of practice. Put it on P6. Had an issue, got spun through the grass. No issues there. Just hard racing at the beginning of a race when everyone's packed up. You got to get all you can. But saved it through the grass. Was about 6-7 seconds behind the rest of the field. Just had to power through. Hope for a caution. Caution never came. But I'm like, I got to a good point where I was tracking the field, back of the field down. So figured as soon as the tires started falling off, I'd pit. And as soon as they chunked off, I came down. I ended up picking up like 4 or 5 positions there. So I guess the overcut was was the good move here tonight. So I ended up doing that. I'm like, I have a chance at least getting the top 5 here, but it so happened that Travis and Jordan were having some issues with their tires about midway through that run, so I was able to track them down, pass them one at a time, and we had a heck of a battle. And I didn't think I was gonna bring home P3 tonight. I was just hoping to bring her home in one piece for Chris, and I'll take it.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, definitely a good run there for you, Hunter, tonight. And I will say it was actually nice getting back to race with you. I know we raced together in 4Wide Motorsports. And jumping in the car here tonight, I took a gamble. Just my first time running this car, second time only at Auto Club here. But it was nice racing with you, and what a great run for you for your debut here with the Grand American Racing Series. You got anybody to thank out there?
Yeah, I want to thank my boy Tracy Brown, Eastern Technical Designs. I want to thank Golden Racing, 4Wide Motorsports Network, Leadfoot Racing TV. Want to thank Landon and everyone in the booth here for putting everything this event on. Carter for hosting this league, and want to thank Ingerchef Designs. And want to thank Chris Golden for allowing me to do this.
All right, everybody. That was your third place finisher tonight here with his debut, Hunter Carlson, and I will send it back down to pit road with your second place finisher.
Thank you, Colton. I'm standing here with Heath Rutherford. Heath, man, talk about a crazy race, throwing slider and crossover one after another. You bring it home second. Talk about your race tonight, man.
Yeah, I fired off pretty quick. I was just trying to stay in the draft with the leaders and save my tires and wait for them to make a mistake. They did. I got out to the lead. And then I saw Cliff charging through the field. He must have been saving his tires like crazy. And then, let's see. He caught up to me. We're racing for the lead, and then it comes pit stop time. I go into the pits, and my shifter, I don't know what's wrong with it, but it like glitched, and it made me overshoot the pit box, so I had to back up, and then it finally jacked the car up. So that cost me seconds. I get back on there. I see Cliff's passed. I think, oh crap, I'm done. I fall back to like 7th place, so I just have to run the car as hard as I can to get up to the leaders, and I think I just burnt up the tire way too quick on that second stint, because right when I caught Cliff, I could pass him, but then after, with like 4 laps to go, the right front just fell off like crazy, and that's really what happened.
Well, I'll tell you, you got Rocket City Trash Pandas on the car. That car was definitely a rocket coming back up through the field. How do you feel about going to Irwindale next week?
I think it's going to be a lot like this, where you can throw sliders because it's top lane dominant. So that'll be interesting, and let's just hope it's not a wreck fest.
All right. Well, before we let you go, is there anyone you'd like to thank out there?
Broadcast crew and Leadfoot TV, Carter for hosting this race, and just all the drivers for racing clean.
All right. Well, congrats on the second place finish. We'll see you next week at Irwindale.
Yep, see ya.
All right. And I'm going to throw it to Lucas Hoitzman, who's standing by with your winner.
Well, I'm standing here in victory lane with Cliff Mullins. Cliff, taking home that Pontiac here across the line first tonight. How's it feel?
It feels great, man. After spending the last 5-6 years of getting my tail whipped here by the 97 car driven by Lucas Hoitzman, I finally figured out how to run this place. So, I mean, I as soon as we were slow as crap in practice, we were slow in qualifying, and I knew what I wanted to do when it came down to it. And I saw that that the sun was down. I was like, oh, this is about to get real good here. And sure enough, everybody formed up a train up there on the top line. I was like, all right, I'll see y'all in about 20 laps. And sure enough, that's what happened. We ran the bottom. We stayed committed to it. Late apexed it like crazy, like I've seen that 97 do all the time, and managed to work my way up through there. Got to the front, and I right when I got to Heath, I was like, all right, I think I've got a pretty good idea of what I want to do. And then everybody started pitting. I'm like, I think I might want to, think about trying not taking this as long as I wanted to. I would have taken it to lap 50 if I could have, but it was that good on a long run, and just to keep the right front on it. it kind of started to fall off right there when I was battling with Heath a little bit. So I said, let me go and get the tires on it. And came back out, and I was about a second and a half in front of everybody. I saw Travis was back there. I kind of knew he was pretty close to me on tires, and he got up there too. But I could see how hard he was pushing it to try and catch me. And I was like, all right, let's just, make a show of this. And ran with him for a little bit, and then went on and drove away from him. And then next thing I know, the 98's behind me, and I knew he had slightly better tires than I did, but I knew he was coming from far behind. And I was like, all right, let's see what he's got. And he threw it. He raced me. He raced me clean. I'll tell you, between here and Leadfoot, me and Heath have run side by side laps. I think more than anyone else. I think I have in 6 years. And I mean, a ton of respect. I wasn't going to rough him up. He wasn't roughing me up. We were still pretty close. Just kind of felt like if I could keep the right front on it, he was gonna. At some point, it had to fall off, and right there, about 4 to go. So I could see it as soon as he drove it in there, and I could cut it back down to the bottom, and he couldn't. I was like, I believe that's going to be it right there. So it was good to get the win.
Definitely. It's always good to get that win, and glad I could witness one of your wins from the booth, right?
Yeah.
I don't know if I've ever done that, so that's awesome. All right, well, got anybody you want to thank for this win here tonight?
Yeah, got to thank Curly's Guns and More, AC Racing Graphics, Adam Crozier, Pinnacle Trailer Sales, everybody at C2X, Rob for coming on with us this season and being a teammate in this right here, Carter for putting this thing on, Landon and everybody at Leadfoot for doing the broadcasting, you for actually showing up because it was last minute and we were just like, hey, we need somebody. And I was like, I know a guy. Let me see if he'll do it. So I was glad you were able to come out here and do this thing with us. Got to thank my kids, Jaron, Emily. Emily got 2 new animals today, so that's been the talk of the town over here. And then, of course, my lovely future wife, Allie, for sitting back there and listening to me blab on about it. I didn't say it in the other race the other day when I got a post race name. She's like, "Oh, you didn't say our name," so I was like, I had to make sure to get that one in there.
Absolutely. All right. Thanks for talking to us, Cliff. Congrats on that win. Go celebrate with the team. Throw it back on over to Emmett. Finish this show up.
All right. Thank you, Lucas. And just so y'all know, Emily got some new animals. So that is the talk in Cliff Mullins' world. But I want to ask you, Lucas, what are your final thoughts before we get out of here about tonight's race?
A heck of a race to come in and watch at random. I mean, as I said at the end, it doesn't get any better than that. That's what every racer wants, is a close battle between 2 guys that respect each other so much. And that's, everybody wishes it could be close at the end, but those last 5 laps, you had no idea who was going to come across the line first. So I thoroughly enjoyed tonight, and I hope everybody else did out there.
All right. Well, we want to thank y'all for tuning in to the Great American Racing Series. For my producer, Mr. Landon Brown, for my color announcer, Mr. Lucas Hoitzman, I'm Emmett Crow saying good night. We'll see you we're going to go 30 miles down the road to Irwindale. We'll see you there next week. Good night, everybody.